Happy people. Happy people. I hope we're all doing well today. This is a new year. It is January 2025, and we have made it. Some didn't make it, but we were one of the ones that did, and I give the Almighty glory for that. It's a bittersweet situation, but I thank God that He allowed my eyes to be open to see another day, to actually give another in conversation of encouragement to you all. I hope that this new year is filled with all of your hopes and dreams coming true. And so I would just love for you to like, subscribe, and share. Like it, subscribe it, and share it. If these videos are blessing you in any way, we would love to hear from you. Um, if there's something that you would like to hear us talk about. We would love to hear from you. And so let's go ahead and start this year off right. I want to talk about in this conversation design for destiny. And a lot of us, I was talking to my producer yesterday, and I said, a lot of us, and I said it last week on a video too. So you might hear me reiterating. Um, but I said to him, I said, we work, we go to we go to school, you know um we have been built for a certain system in this world, to work, to get married, have kids, get a house, and all that stuff. But oftentimes we miss the most important step. And I would like to suggest to you the most important step that I believe is knowing your purpose and the reason why you're here. Why am I here? And what is God's plan for my life concerning why I'm here? And so I want you to know that He said in the scripture, and instinctively, He said, before I formed you, I knew you, even in your mother's womb. And I had already predestined. So in other words, He had already had another assignment, or an assignment for you to do here, to allow His kingdom to come. you know um and some people know who they are, and some people know what their callings are, and or their purpose is. And then there's a lot of people that's roaming loose that does not know what their purpose is. And so i want to um I want to talk about that today. And knowing your purpose, you must be able to develop hearing and listening for God's voice, and begin to allow Him to cultivate the purpose or the vision that you have in you. And this, I believe that this is going to be pretty much a series. I'm probably going to do another video on this because there's just so much I want to be able to divulge in. But I want to start by saying God gives vision, we make the plan. And He said, write the vision down, make it plain. That vision is not only been written down, but it's to give you a roadmap on how you're going to conquer what He is giving you. I got down here, God will direct your steps once you make a plan to move towards what you desire. So, what is in you that you desire that you have not been striving towards? It's the question. I want to get your mind to thinking in a way, why am I here? And am I just living life, every day, just going to work, going to coming home, fixing, dinner and all that? Like, is that what my life is? Going to church and, you know, um, hearing about the Lord. But what did He purpose me in doing? Okay. Listen, when you lack a plan, you miss opportunities. Okay. When you lack a plan of not having things mapped out, you miss opportunities. And I'm going to share my testimony really quick with you. You know, um, for me, and there's people that can that watches these lives that can contest to this, that I've been working on my purpose since 2000, maybe 13. I'm a little late. I'm very late actually, and I say that jokingly, but God's plans are sure, and He knows He has the right timing. I say that because had I been groomed as a child to start finding out what God's plan was for my life. We focus on behavior most of the time. When I was growing up in church, we focused on behavior. We never focus on our belief system in God. And let me just suggest that you can't necessarily fix your behavior until you change your belief. And so I want to, just really give you a opportunity just to think about, if I had been groomed as a child to start focusing on my belief system towards my purpose, I may be a lot further along than where I'm at now. And I see people take opportunities and work on their belief system, and then they start cultivating their gifts, and the vision that God has given them. So my question is, have you given yourself a blueprint of your vision? Because like back then I wrote the book, to the power to build a man, I wrote a play, a movie script I did. I even produced a CD, and and then it just kind of morphed. I deviated into buying a restaurant. I bought the restaurant, opened it up, very successful. However, it really wasn't about the restaurant. It was me being trained on how to learn to listen for his voice. Because of how he did that, there was no way in the world I should have been able to do that restaurant with what I had. And I had no experience other than I can cook. I had no experience in opening or the business of a restaurant. But when the city inspectors came out and the health department came out to inspect the restaurant, I passed with flying colors. I had one problem, and that was the water heat weren't hot enough for the dishes. So he said, "You turn that up, and I can give you your paper today." It's just like immensely, it was just me listening to God's voice and telling me what to do, show me how I need to rely on a source that's bigger than my minds. Okay, and so I that was a blueprint, and then my mother, she was here helping us uh with in the studio. I'm not the studio, in the restaurant. And so when I decided to go ahead and close it, she said, "Well, I guess we failed." I said, "No, we didn't fail. It was never nothing. It was never about failing. It was about me learning how to listen for His voice." Okay, and so that catapulted me into you know doing coming up with my coaching ministry, and coaching people. And then then Let's Talk Truth was birthed. Everything was assigned to help me to get along to the next place in life. And I'm just saying to you that when you have a vision and you start writing down a blueprint, you can look back on it. I got so discouraged at one point. I put the because I had a person that was working with me, and in my opinion, they were more controlling, and kind of. I want to be very careful on how I say this. I felt deceitful, because of their way of being in the relationship. And so when I broke loose from that, the Lord was showing me then I didn't need nobody. All I needed was Him. And so there was things that I had to work through to get to where I'm at, because I was thinking, shoot, I need this person to help me do this. I need that person to help me do that. And I didn't need nobody at all. I just needed God to trust and listen to His voice. So have a blueprint. And ask yourself, who am I? Where am I going? These are questions that and I mean, if you're not curious, that's, to me, yeah. Well, Jay, I already know who I am. Do you? Because if who you are is what you do, is not who you are. Okay. So ask yourself, who am I? You know, um, do I have a plan for the next 50 years? Most people don't. Most people don't. I'm just gonna tell you that now. I didn't, but I learned how to discipline myself. And I don't know how to do that, or I don't know how to do that. Start with what you have. Start with what's in your heart and start finding out. I hope this is helping somebody. Start finding out what God plan is for your life and then start from there. Yeah, I'm telling you, passion, when you are passionate about your purpose, when you're passionate about your destiny, when you're passionate about what God has placed in you, it almost outlives death. A passion will. And let me tell you why I say that. Because your passion should be speaking when you are long gone. Look, everybody that I've ever, when I went to college and stuff like that, we studied people that have been long gone for years. We studied them to in order for us to get our degree. We did. Mhm. Acknowledge God work in your life. It starts with God. I want to acknowledge you that you are the source of my being, and you know the plan that you have for me. So show me what I'm missing in my life. Show me. Come on now. Your plan is a material for your prayers. Your plan is material for your prayers. Stop, talk to him. Ask God, show me me. Show me who you predestined me to be before this world. Am I living in, a beneath my privilege? Come on now. I wrote down your plan will enable you to fulfill your destiny. And that's why we're having this conversation designed for destiny. Because when you have a plan, you will execute what God has for you to do. Mm. I mean, whether it's a business, whether it's, it could be working for somebody, whatever it is. I hope this is helping. I hope this is helping somebody. Listen, I want you to understand this, that we all were sent here for a reason. And if you don't find it out when you hear him say, "Depart from me, you workers of iniquity, I never knew you," it's because you never executed consulting the creator who made you. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to help you get into a place to where you can hear well done. Well done. We, whether you want to know it or not, we're on borrowed time. We're just pilgrims passing through. It's just the reality. And uh shoot, last year could have showed you that. I had at least one, two. I had two people that were very, very, very close to me, pass away. That I felt should have still been here because I felt like their purpose was still being given. I did. I can't say what God plan was for them, but I can acknowledge the fact that we were still talking about their purposes and what they wanted to do. Hmm. Okay. Your plan will enable you to fulfill your destiny. You have been designed for a particular uh, destination of destiny. You have been designed for, and so I want you to just really do some soul searching about what was I designed for? Why did he form me? Why did he bring me here? What is it that I'm supposed to be impacting to bring his kingdom through me, on earth? What is it? Because until I know this, I'm not really living my full potential on who God has called me to be. I don't care what somebody else done told you. You're not. Okay? You're not. So I'm out of time. I wanted to share this with you. Um, I think I'm going to keep on staying in this path. I really feel it strongly. Um, but yeah, so let's have a conversation next week. Um, and I'm not for sure what God is gonna, but I'm gonna stay in this vein because I think that we preach about prosperity. We preach about um, deliverance. We very seldom talk about and this is what I'm finding out. We very seldom talk about purpose, destiny, very seldom. I mean, actually, I mean, shoot, you could take a poll. You know, if you're watching this and your pastor send me say, "Hey, my pastor's talking about purpose and destiny." Hey, amen. I could be very wrong. Okay, all right. So I'm out of time. I'm going to ask you again to please, 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 please like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Like, subscribe, and share. Share it with somebody because somebody is wanting to be a singer. Somebody, another testimony I'm going to give you real quickly is that um, I have a younger brother that I've been blessed and fortunate to be around many, many singers that are really, really phenomenal singers. And I have a younger brother that was at a church with me, and he was one of the praise and worship singers. And one night he was singing, and my wife looked at me, and I looked at my wife, and my wife like, that boy is just crazy bad because he had went to another place and he just bad. And she said, why ain't he doing nothing professional? And I said, I don't know. And she said, you need to help him. You need to help him. And I keep in mind, I'm a builder of people. I was brought here to show people who they really are. I was brought here to build up what has been lying dormant inside you. I was brought here to talk truth with you. And so because I have been around, a lot of musicians and singers, it has afforded me to learn how to produce and how to write music and stuff like that. And so I said yes to the opportunity of just saying, let me help produce him. And we went into the studio. I got another sister of mine who wrote the hook, and then I wrote the lyrics, and he went in there and he executed it. And he is now doing showcases and stuff like that. Um, but he's starting to see his potential. He's starting to see that he was designed for destiny. And sometimes, you know, it takes us as a people to, to help each other realize who we are and help each other get there. And so I say that to say that means that, like, listen, what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do to be a blessing to people in general, you can help. You can help. I mean, it ain't gonna hurt you to like, subscribe, or have somebody else like and subscribe and share so they can get the word out. Listen, we have a coaching ministry. This ministry is so impactful. It is. We're not psychoanalyzing you. We actually are just listening to hear the truth come out to kind of help you develop into where you want to go. You know, um, we just we're just the people that want to heal, set free. Okay, and so I know I normally refer to myself as the wounded healer because I've been wounded in several different ways, in several different things. But every time someone else get healed, I get a little piece of their healing too because I can identify with where they're at. And so this, and it's such a passion for me to do it. It's a passion for me to do it. I love to do it. I'm honored to do it. That God would entrust me with some of his greatest treasures to help birth that and help um, have a conversation with them with the place of them being healed and set free. So listen, you can go to my website. It's no, you can go to my website. It's right there. Let me get to it, and you can click the casting button, and on the casting button, I think you can click the casting button, or you can click the pre-coaching button. It's right there. Um, my website is www.imjlstone. Now, let me just go ahead and say this really quickly. I did get a message today that my website may have crashed or something like that. So if it seems to be that you're getting on there and it's under construction, it's because my web designer is actually reformat some things. He was trying to update my website to where, it looks like me currently as opposed to look like me back in 2012 and 2010 with those old pictures. And so, within doing that, he said he had some problem with that. So if you see that, don't get discouraged. You can email me too at imjlstone, jlstone at gmail.com. Okay. All right. And so then, y'all see me with these shirts all the time. And if you're interested in getting one of those, listen, I got on a different color today. I wore it purposely because I want people to see that there's different colors that you can choose. You can choose your own colors, and we can just get them made up and sent out to you. They're relatively inexpensive. If you go on my website, again, you'll see the prices there. I'm not for sure, and I want to put it out there, and then I'll be wrong. So just go to my website. We'll get it to you quickly, okay? And then let's just talk about this. If you are interested in getting my book, there's two ways you can do it. You can do it from the website, or you can go to Amazon. You can get the book and you can get the workbook. Workbook we use a lot in our coaching sessions, and so it really has helped a lot of people. It really has, even myself. And so I just want you to know that there's tools out there. This book, The Power to Build a Man, is designed for women about us as men. And I'm coming out with another book this year, prayerfully. It is going to be this year, prayerfully. And that's designed for men, for women. Um, or am I saying that right? That's designed for women about us as no, 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 no. That's the one I did first. So it's designed for a man about women, and it took me a minute to do the book because I wanted to walk through, cracking the code. I can't say I got it all together because understanding a woman and understanding men, that's a science. And so, but I did hear from the Lord on how to write and what to write with those, and I believe that it would be beneficial to you as men and those that are watching. Okay. And listen, I'm out of time, but we're going to do it on purpose. We're going to do it in purpose, and we're going to do it with all power. Until next time, talk to you soon.